in Cantonment, Kanpur here, in a Nirmal Nivas. This is it's an orphanage. Get together meeting was there. A small function where I was also an invitee. This is the Mother Teresa's orphanage. So after the function, while we are having a cup of tea and chit chatting, one of my friend asked me, Colonel Saab, you are there in every social function of the city, with total disregard to religion or anything. Wherever is a welfare concern, you are there. What is your belief actually? What do you believe? My reply was very prompt and simple. मुझे तो तेरे भले का रास्ता निकालना है. निकाल अब तुझको जो नतीजा निकालना है. I just have one concept very clear in mind, that all men are my brothers. I really believe that every man on this earth is my brother, my friend. He has a soul like mine. The ability to understand friendship, the capacity to create beauty all over the world, all over the country, all over the people from across the globe I have met, and I found that whomsoever I have interacted, whomsoever, especially in my country, I have visited every state and stayed for quite a longer time, and whomsoever I have stayed there in the most savage jungles of the northeast, in desert and mountains. I have really met my brothers, those who made me so comfortable during their stay, and we are still in communication and are friends. And to such brothers, what I am referring, all men are my brothers. I have always lived without fear, with so much of love. Once in the jungles of the northeast, I had spent days with a tribal people in a tribal locality, and you feel that they are living in a still old stone age, but we got along so well. I'm very fine, and they were so hospitable. I was to see those men in the space of 3 to 4 weeks, while wandering from village to village, familiarizing myself in the area where I was posted, in the multiple jungle highways. It was awesome experience, and I find no difference meeting my friends in the metros who are living in a very highfalutin society in high-rise buildings. Once in Rajasthan, at a desert, I lived for several days with the villagers who didn't even know a word of English or my Urdu or Hindi. Same happened in Tamil Nadu, in jungles of the south of Madras, the Tamil language. My dear friend, I realized that I couldn't speak their language, and the language has no hindrance at all. Differences in social customs never kept me from getting to know what I like to talk to them or convey my meaning to them. In Nagaland, you will be surprised. I'm not passing expression on anybody's culture or this thing. It is they ate the roast dog, but I ate my normal sabzi. They respected my feelings, and all the differences of the culture, eating, clothing and speaking, it made no difference when it comes to living together happily. I believe it was such was the most fortunate experiences that enabled me to travel along my brothers and to live with them across the country. Therefore, I do not believe it is my duty to preach to other people and insist that they also accept all men in their true and immediate, except all men as they're true and immediate brothers. And my friend, let me tell you, these things come slow. It's only when you experience them. Whenever I get back from staying in such friends and get back, I always miss them. I reflect upon their behavior, their expression of love in their eyes. It's amazing. My friend, I have lived and ate with them, and many of them, they visited my place in Kanpur and they have also stayed in my house, and they were very comfortable. I believe that all men therefore are my brothers. I know it when I see them sharing their emotions with me, their feelings with me. My friend, I have developed a firm conviction that my faith in the future, though somewhat shaken, is not destroyed at all. If I sometimes doubt that man will achieve his mortal potentialities, I never doubt he can. All men cannot be masters, I agree, but none need to be a slave. We cannot cast our pain from the world, but needless sufferings we can. My friend, tragedy will be with us in some degree as long as there is life. But misery we can banish, injustice will raise its head in the best of the possible words, but tyranny we can conquer. Evil will invade some men's heart. Intolerance will twist some men's minds. But decency is a far more common human attribute, and it can be made to prevail in our daily lives, my friends. I believe all this because I believe above all else is a reason in the power of human mind to cope up with the problems of life. Because I place my trust in reason, I placed in the individual. There is a madness in the crowd from which the wisest caught up in their ranks are not immune. I have known my friend as who has not personal disappointments and despair, but always the thought of tomorrow has poured me up. I have looked to the future all my life, and I shall continue doing so, looking for the future. I still believe that with my courage and intelligence, we can make the future bright with fulfillment, where all countrymen will stay together happy forever. All men are my brother is my attitude, and we all should think similarly is my appeal. Thank you very much.